Thank you for visiting HamptonPirates.com. Today we're here with head football coach Donald Rose. Coach Rose, this week we have Bethune-Cookman and the Wildcats coming to town. Let's talk a little bit about Bethune-Cookman.
Well, I guess those guys who remember the last game last year, I guess you can call it the thrill in Manila. But, it was an exciting game last year, but I know this year, they're more polished. Again, right now I think he's done a great job. The head coach done a great job with their program. But offensively, it starts off with the quarterback. And what they've done over the past few games, they've played a number of quarterbacks. They played three of them exactly. You got one that's more of a runner, one is more of a passer, one does a little of both, and they're trying to mix it up. And as far as their offense, they want to do a lot of zone reads, and so we got to make sure we're disciplined and to play it right, because right now their quarterback will keep it, and so we got to make sure on that. They do a lot of screens, and then they're going to option and option pass type deal. So they kind of keep you going and want to spread the field. Defensively, they don't really blitz as much as 4-3 team. They run a lot of cover 2, 3, 4. But they have some athletes. They've got some marquee linebackers and DNs. But again, the biggest thing right now is just make sure that we do what we have to do. But it's a conference game, and so again, I know a lot of folks can go back to last year, but a lot of our players wasn't there last year. So this is a deal. So for us, it's a conference game that we must win.
All right, Coach, you talked about Bethune-Cookman's offense and the three quarterback sets that they run. They look like they want to start with Wilson. Talk a little bit about the running game that Bethune has. First game against Alabama State, I think they had two running backs, and one of the quarterbacks ran for over 100 yards.
Yeah, well, like I said, now just looking at the past game they played, I know they had good yardage then, but this past game they had over 200 yards rushing. But it's a mixture. They've got some backs, and they're kind of equal. As far as what they do. Jackson and Scott, and then you see Waters. Waters is the quarterback, but he was like the third leading rusher this past game, and so they kind of spread it around. And so right now, they don't really have a marquee guy that, okay, this is the guy that's going to get the ball. They're going to go where you're not. And so if they run in that zone and you're not disciplined, that quarterback's going to keep it. And so it's good to know which quarterbacks come in, so you'll know how you got to play it. But the biggest thing with us is just doing your assignment. Doing your assignment. I know, like I said, now this is early on in the MEAC for your MEAC challenges. So for the most part, it's going to mean every game this weekend is going to be a tough one.
All right, Coach. Let's talk a little bit about our offense. Last game, you had a running back with over 100 yards, first 100-yard running back of the season, and you had Champion through for quite a few yards. Let's talk about little things you want to do offensively against Bethune-Cookman's defense.
Well, again, Bethune, like most Florida teams, they've got a lot of speed. So you want to make sure again that you kind of your game plan pretty much what we did last time. We want to go straight at them. I think Jeremiah is the type of back that he's a north-south guy going between the tackles. And he had a lot of success, and I think now we're starting to have a running presence, so I think that's good. With quarterback, with Champ, I think he had over 340-some yards passing last game, and a lot of it looked like he was chucking it downfield. I think he had two of them, but most of it was just, doing a progression, just going to where his read tells you. So, with our offense, with air raid, and with the presence of Jeremiah being able to run the ball and kind of spread it out, hopefully, we'll have a balance, and they can continue to do that. Our biggest thing now is to make sure that, when we get down that red zone, that we put points in, because I think we left some points off the board.
All right, Coach, here it is. Give us your keys to victory against Bethune-Cookman this weekend.
Well, it's going to come down to Hampton Pirates. First of all, I think it's going to be fundamental techniques. I mean, if you look back, and we had a bye week last week. If you look back at our 3 games, you'll see a lot of people as far as their alignment, their assignment, and following through the play. You have guys that they wasn't lined right and missed tackles and those fundamental things. So the team that's the basic. Football is tackling, blocking, and being physical. And so first of all, that the team is going to be more physical. So that's something we want to bring to the table. Next is as far as turnovers. You got to make sure you can't give a team an advantage with turnovers. And the third one would probably be penalties. And so if we minimize our turnovers, minimize our penalties, and we do the basic fundamental things of that nature and do what our offense has you to do what our defense has, and follow the script for our special teams, that's the key. It's not nothing magical. We don't have to, get 500, 600 yards and all that stuff. We just got to execute our plays better, and our guys got to come out there with passion and play. and understand that this is, this is a conference must win, and you're home. So right now, again, I mean, obviously, again, guys have they've been through some challenges, been through some adversities, but now it's time to put Hampton back where it needs to be. And I know, the only thing you can do it is, to make sure that you do the right things. Is just take one play at a time. So everybody come ready to play. I feel real good, and like I told the guys today, I said today, Wednesday, our practice, this is going to determine our season. I want to see, and I challenge the coaches. I want to make sure that you put your best foot forward. Don't let up. Don't lessen up the demands. This is who we thought we would be, and now let's show it on Saturday.
All right, Coach. Well, Hampton fans, you heard it here first with head coach Donald Rose. The Pirates will take on Bethune-Cookman this Saturday here at Armstrong Field. Game time set for 6 o'clock kickoff. Coach, once again, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, fans.
Go Pirates.